Do you remember when I jolted, like I jumped up? You do remember that?
Yes. You looked a little stunned and like you were really trying to figure out what the heck was going on. And I'm like, yo, all we're doing is driving. Nothing's really going on.
Right.
And you didn't answer. And I was like, yo, Nija, you straight? And they were like, then you like snapped back into it. You came back and you were like, hi, babe.
Yes.
Like, I'm sitting here chilling. You're sitting here chilling. And all of a sudden you just kind of sat up, looked around the room real quick. And you were like, you know, you said, okay, I hear you. Like, somebody was talking to you, but there wasn't nobody talking to you. And shorty crazy. My girlfriend's going crazy over here.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Telling you something and you had to pay attention? What was going on?
Okay, so that's exactly what happened, babe. Hey guys, it's Nija. So today I have a very interesting story to share with you guys, and something in me told me that I didn't need to keep this experience to myself and I needed to share it. I still am in shock by what I'm about to tell you guys. Please don't think I'm crazy. I'm 22 years old. I'm too old to be making up fairy tales, so there's that. So you guys, I want to tell you guys a story about how I think I heard an angel, and I'm super I don't even know. I can't put the words together. I'm gonna try my hardest to regurgitate this story for you guys. If you're new to my channel, definitely subscribe. I've done a story time before, but it was like a paranormal experience story time, so it's not super far-fetched that this experience happened to me. I haven't shared very much about my spirituality on my channel, maybe just a little bit, but I don't know, maybe this will give you guys some insight about me. And yeah, definitely thumbs up this video if you're enjoying my story times and you want to hear another one. And also subscribe, like I said, if you're new. And I'm going to tell you guys a story about how I think I heard an angel. So 3 days ago is when this happened. It was Friday the 13th, oddly enough that it was Friday the 13th when I had this experience. And the sky just looked so magnificent this day. It looked so marvelous. And it could be because I think it was a new moon. A new moon just started on the 12th of July. And for those of you guys who don't know, I've recently started to get into the new moon and the full moon and phases and all that high vibrational beautiful energy that surrounds those days. Guys, this is not me trying to tell you need to look into this stuff. This is just me telling you the story. I'm laying down the prefix of the story so you can kind of understand what's going on. So anyway, yeah, so I watched this video by Just from Bahati Life, and I thought to myself, you know, I love to manifest. I love the law of attraction and bringing things into my life, and I was going through a little bit, and I am going through a little bit of a hardship, a little bit of struggle financially. And so I thought, man, wouldn't it be great to just call on someone or something like an angel, and maybe they will hear me and help give me guidance or anything like that. And also, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm very intuitive. I feel like I am able to channel messages. Sometimes I hear, I don't know if it's my intuition or an outside source. I really can't tell you. I learned recently when I was in Barnes & Noble the other day reading a book about astrology that this was going to be a very important year for me, the Sagittarius, about spirituality, and that I would become, my spirituality would be explored and become heightened in this year. And so I definitely believe that, because I have been looking into so many different things, learning so much about myself and about my interests. And anyway, that's a side note. So yeah, so I was reading some, sorry, I'm having a brain fart. I was reading articles on my phone, just on some random blogs and things like that, about contacting your spirit guides, contacting angels, how you can call upon them to ask for help in your situation or whatever you have going on. You can ask them for help. So I was just reading these articles, and I thought to myself, there are so many angels. And I was looking at an article about angels, and specifically because I'm someone who kind of gets freaked out about calling for higher power. Like, I know that I will pray to God, but I also know that angels exist and that you can call upon them for help. And I was never someone who had a personal connection with any type of angel until this experience happened. So I was going through this article and I was looking at all the names of the different archangels, and there are so many different names of the archangels. I don't remember how many there are. There could be like 7 or 8, I don't know, don't quote me. But I was looking through the list of archangels and I was like, man, I just wish one would jump out to me. I don't know what I need, but I need something. I want someone to jump out to me. And I get to Archangel Jophiel. And I don't know what resonated with me about her, and I say her because they say that she's got feminine energy, because when she appears, it's gentle, it's soft, it's loving. She is the god, or not the god, the angel that they call the beauty of God, because she just comes and has this such light, beautiful presence. Anyway, so I was drawn to Archangel Jophiel, and I was reading through the article and reading all that she stands for, and it just really resonated with me, and I felt safe and I felt comfortable, because I'm someone who actually gets a little bit freaked out when it comes to learning more about spirituality, learning more about the other side, spirits, guides, angels, demons, whatever you want to say. I'm someone who gets freaked out because I would hate to contact something or someone and think it's an angel, think it's something positive, and then it be negative. So I've always been a skeptic when it comes to trying to ask for help from higher powers like angels and guides and things like that. But I just thought she really resonated with me because she rules she rules creation, creativity, beauty. She said that if you're someone who's a creative person, like an artist, singer, songwriter, if you do anything that involves you to be creative, she is the queen bee. Okay, she just rules that. She shows you the beauty in everything, the beauty in nature, the beauty in the world, the beauty in your lifestyle, your atmosphere, everything around you. I don't know, she's just supposed to bring light. They say that when she appears, it's like a bright yellow light. Some people say it's a pink light, but anyway, she's just meant to bring the beauty. Okay, so I went on that big tangent, but I was learning about Archangel Jophiel. So during the day, I decided to pray. And in my prayer, I can't remember specifically what I had prayed for, but I was praying and I was talking to God, and then at the end of my prayer, I said, God, if you're able to send Archangel Jophiel on your behalf, I could really use some assistance. I need help with XYZ. I do not remember what I prayed for, honestly. And then I remember there was a period where I was talking just to Archangel Jophiel, and I was explaining to her what's going on in my life, what I needed help with, and if she could somehow, I guess, send me a message, send me what I should do in this situation, help me to make my situation beautiful, in so many words. So anyway, had that conversation and then went on about my day. My boyfriend and I, we went swimming or something that day. We were in the pool all day. So later that afternoon, I was looking up at the sky and I was just so in awe, like, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful, it's so amazing. And it was kind of around sunset time. It was about, I would say 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock. The sun had started to set and the sky had just had so many beautiful colors. It was like blue and orange and pink, and it just all went together so marvelously. It was so beautiful. You guys, I love the sky. I think it's so magical. We were taking a drive together and I was looking up at the sky and it was just so beautiful, so magnificent, so many colors just creaming together. And listen, I could talk about the sky forever. I just think it's the most amazing thing. So I was looking at the sky, and this is really funny. My boyfriend and I were just listening to, he was playing a reggae playlist, I guess. We were listening to reggae music, and I'm always in such a good mood when I listen to reggae music. I don't know why. I feel like I'm on vacation. I just like enjoying myself. We're listening to the music, we're chilling, we're holding hands, we're driving through the neighborhood, and everything is peaches and cream. So this one particular song started to play, and I thought it was very beautiful. And it was a reggae song, and the name of the song, it was nothing scary, I promise you guys. Like, we were not listening to anything crazy. It was just a regular a regular reggae song, and I'm pulling up my phone because I want to tell you guys the name of the song, and I can also link it down below if I can find like the link if it's on YouTube or something. It's not a scary song at all, you guys. It's a regular reggae song. It just so happened that Archangel Jofiel used this song to communicate with me, and I think it was because I'm very laid back and in a good mood when I hear reggae music, like as opposed to if we were listening to like rap music or trap music and I heard something, I'd be like, oh heck no, this is not a god, I can't do that. Okay, anyway, so the name of the song was called What It Name by Israel Vibrations, and that was the name of the reggae song that was playing. And during the song there was a moment in the song where it's gonna be so hard to explain, you guys. It's gonna sound so crazy. I just so happened on this particular day to think it just sounded so beautiful. Like I don't know what it was about it. I was feeling the vibes, the sky was looking amazing, I'm listening to the song, it sounds amazing, and then suddenly in the middle of this song I hear a high-pitched, it's so hard to explain. I hear it sounded to me like someone was harmonizing with the song, and it was a high pitch. It is so beautiful, you guys. I felt tickled to hear it, and I wish I could sing it for you. I'm not gonna do it justice at all. I'm not a singer, but it sounded kind of like or something like that. Okay, I might have to cut that out. You guys are not gonna judge me today, okay? This is not the point of the song. Anyway, or of the video. Anyway, so I hear that in my head and I get so like, I'm startled, but it's so beautiful. I feel tickled, like, oh my goodness, what is that? And all I remember doing is sitting up, and I'm like, I jolt out of the seat. Remember, you guys, I'm in the car with my boyfriend. He's driving us around, and I jolt up, and like my one arm is like out onto the window and one arm is on my boyfriend's shoulder, and I was so startled, but I wasn't scared. Like I was startled because it was just such a high-pitched, beautiful sounding voice, and it sounded like it was going with the song, but goodness, you guys, man, give me the words. God, please give me the words, because I really want to share this story with you guys. Okay, so anyway, I feel startled, and I prop myself up, like I'm trying to hold myself up, but I want to hear more because it sounds so beautiful, and I feel like, okay, wow, this is amazing. I feel like I'm listening to something ethereal, like something angelic, and that's when automatically my mind went to Archangel Jofiel, because she's meant to bring the beauty, or remind us of the beauty and everything. And you guys, it was just so beautiful, the sound that I heard. It sounded so angelic, and I knew that it wasn't I knew it wasn't singing in the song because one, it's okay, I knew it wasn't singing in the song because it was a flute. There was a flute playing in the song when I heard this, and I went back and I saved the song because I was too startled to listen to the song again in that moment, because I'm really trying to explain this to you guys. Okay, well, anyway, so I was startled, and here, look, I wrote down, as soon as it happened, I wrote down a few things that I was feeling and thinking as soon as I heard it, because I knew I needed to document this moment. Like I knew it wasn't just a regular moment. So this is exactly what I wrote, and I texted it to myself. I like write myself notes sometimes on my phone. So this is what I said. I think I heard an angel. I think my ears were cleared. I think I heard Archangel Jofiel. She makes everything beautiful, and this song was playing, and I felt tickled and startled, but safe, and had chills to hear more. I felt vibrating in my spirit. It felt like my spine was vibrating. My chest felt heavy right after. Okay, so this is what I wrote, and let me see. Okay, I wrote this at 8:59, so it had just happened around, like it was 8 something when this had happened, and I wrote this at 8:59 in my phone is what it says. So yeah, you guys, I felt my spirit vibrating, like if you can imagine like your insides wanting to come out, like it just radiating, like just there's no way that I can explain it. I really pray that someone who is watching this video is like spiritually inclined and can understand the feeling that I'm talking about, because if not, you're gonna think that this is just crazy. But I felt my spirit vibrating, and my hands were propped up, one on the window, one on my boyfriend's shoulder, and I was holding on to him, and he was like, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? Babe, what's wrong? And I just shook my head because I didn't want to say anything, because I wanted to hear what came next. But that was all I heard. Ooh, or something like that. You guys, I'm not a singer, but that's what I heard. And as soon as it stopped, I stayed there for a second because I wanted to hear if anything came next. And nothing came next, but you guys, it felt like my ears had been cleared. It felt like my ear, it felt like there was like cotton or something in my head, like I was stuffed up. And then suddenly, after hearing that angelic voice, my head felt light. It felt like sound and noise could flow through my ears easily, and I felt like if I wanted to ask my guides a question, like there's no doubt I knew I would hear the answer. It felt like, and this is my interpretation of what happened, I felt like Archangel Jophiel came to me in this song. I heard her angelic voice, and suddenly my ears were cleared out. Suddenly I could hear. And I think that when I was praying to God earlier and asking for Archangel Jophiel to come and help me to resolve some of the conflict that had been going on in my life, to me it felt like she was saying, you don't need me to fix this. You need me to clear out your ears so you can hear your guides, because you know exactly what you need to do. You just need to be able to hear what to do. You know what to do. It was it felt so beautiful, you guys. Like, I'm one to get scared. I'm one to get startled, but when I heard her singing in my ear, guys, I was startled, but I was tickled. It was just such a beautiful sound, you guys. It sounded so ethereal. It sounded so angelic, so magical, so magnificent, so smooth, so calming. And I wanted to hear more, but that was all I heard. I just heard her ooh, in my ear, and then suddenly my ears were cleared. And right after that, my chest had started to feel heavy. And I don't know if this is just my body's way of telling me that, okay, there's something going on, there's something here, there's something in your atmosphere, there's something going on, and I'm just like physically reacting to it, because right after my chest felt heavy, I felt lightheaded, and I grabbed my boyfriend on the shoulder again, and I said, babe, and I like my words were muffled. I was startled. I said, babe, and I just felt really weak. I felt woozy in my head, and I felt weak, and my chest felt heavy, like I had just been visited by something, or like something was still there lingering, but it wasn't a threatening feeling. Like I was only scared because I didn't feel myself, but I wasn't scared like, what is this? What's going on? You know, like am I being possessed? What's going on? So he's like, babe, what's wrong? Do you need some water? Do you need to sit down? Do you need to, like, what do you need to do? We were already sitting right in the car, but he's like, what do you need me to do? And I'm just like, babe, because I'm just shocked. I'm startled. And that's all I could say. I said, babe, I feel lightheaded. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel myself. I don't know what's going on. And he's just like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? Do you need anything? And I'm just like, no. Just stop talking. Just wait. And I wanted to sit in silence because I wanted to hear or see what I heard next. And all I felt was my ears were tingling. And it felt like my head was hollow, like as if there was like a hole from this ear to the other ear, and like you could just, like, it just felt like there was nothing in my head clogging my hearing. Like, and I don't mean like my regular hearing, like I could hear my boyfriend talking, I could hear the music playing through his car, and I could, like, if I were snapping, I could hear that, but it felt like if there was any blockage from an ethereal noise, any blockage from my spirit guides, any blockage from God, any blockage from source, whatever you want to call it, it feels like I had the power to hear it now because Archangel Jophiel had come and cleared out my ears. It's exactly how it felt. There's no other way for me to explain it. It just felt like my ears were finally clear and I could hear whatever it is I needed to hear. And I was waiting for a message, but then I realized I have to ask a question to get a message. Like, she had only come to clear out my ears so that I would hear whatever it is, my guides or whatever it is God wanted me to hear. Goodness, okay, that was a lot to get through, but the story is not done yet. So this is part 2 of what had happened on this night. Okay, so this is what happened immediately after that moment that I felt like my ears had been cleared and that Archangel Jophiel had sung to me. We were driving through a parking lot. I think we stopped by some fast food restaurant to get some food or something like that. I really can't remember. But we were in the parking lot. And the windows were down because we had just gone through the drive-through window or whatever. And I get a whiff of a smell. And it was not a pleasant smell. And so I really looked into this because I was like, okay, what does it mean when you have distinct smells? But anyway, so I got a smell and it wasn't a pleasant one. And my chest had felt really heavy. And this made me start to think, okay, if this is an angel, why am I feeling this way? I wouldn't have a heavy chest. I wouldn't feel woozy, but maybe like their vibration's so high, it made me feel drained. I don't know. But I said, okay, if this is an angel, if you're for my highest and greatest good, let me go. Because I couldn't explain that heaviness I was feeling in my chest. But I know that even if you can't see what's going on in different realms, and I know I'm starting to sound crazy for anyone who's not, I don't even know if religious is the word because some religious people will not believe it, but spiritual. And I know that if you say, hey, you don't belong here, get out. We have power and authority in our voice, and we have power and authority in our words. And I learned this from my mom. And so I was feeling heavy in my chest, and I started to get a whiff of a really rancid smell, and I didn't know if it was coming from outside or inside, but I was just tired of feeling that way. And I said, if this is not for my highest and greatest good, you need to leave. But if this is for my highest and greatest good, please let me go. And I said it just like that. I just said, let me go. And suddenly the weight had lifted off my chest, and I was like, okay, I hear you. I know, I feel you. What do you need? What do you need me to know? And that's really how I went into this situation. Like, I was not afraid. I just felt very out of body. Yeah, so I just said, if this is for my highest and greatest good, let me go. And then they let me go. And then I said, okay, I'm listening. What do you need me to know? Okay, so this is why I think I got that rancid smell. I was starting to ask questions in my head, questions that I had been, like, what I had prayed, regarding to what I had prayed about earlier that day. I guess financial issues, figuring out what I'm doing with my life, and like I just had some questions that I wanted to ask my guides, and I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I felt like no one could hear me, and I was getting disappointed. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, something's here, something's going on. I feel something, I feel the energy around me. Let me ask some questions. So I was asking questions in my head. And if the answer was yes, because I was asking yes or no questions, I wouldn't smell that. It was like a stinky smell. And I know that this is a thing where people who, I don't even know what you get like these, like some people, they have the power to hear. Like if like their guide is talking to them, they have the power to hear it. Some people, if their guide is talking to them or if an angel is present, they have the power to smell it. Some people, they'll see like feathers. Some people, they will, they can like write out and they can like hear exactly what God, their spirit guides, whatever is telling them, and they can just write it out and they hear it, and it's called scripting. They're just writing it out. In this moment, I felt like whatever had visited me, and I really believe it was Archangel Jophiel who had sung to me, but then it seemed like she had left and it was just me and my guides having a conversation in my head right now. And I would ask yes or no questions, and if the answer was no, I'd get that it was like a stinky smell. And if the answer was yes, it was like I don't want to say a sweet smell, because it's not that it was sweet. It just, in my head, I heard a yes, and in my head I smelt a sweet smell. Whatever came to me it came to me, and it came very heavy. It came very hard. It made my chest feel heavy. It made me smell a stinky smell, because it wanted me to know something was here. And that and I said, but listen guys, if you ever have an experience like this, do not be afraid. All you need to do is say, if this is for my highest and greatest good, let me go. If this is for my highest and greatest good, you let them know, I'm sorry, I'm frightened right now. You know, this presence is scaring me, but don't feel inferior, don't feel afraid. Just let it know, I'm intimidated by whatever this presence is. If you're for me, if you're here to help me, to guide me, let me go. Let me feel at peace, so that I can talk to you, and so that you can give me whatever message that you need to give me. And that's how you really need to go into these situations. If you ever have an inkling that something's going on, or that you've like contacted an angel, your spirit guide, whatever you want to say, and you don't know if it's good or if it's bad, just ask, just talk to it, and just say, are you good or are you bad? Are you for me or are you against me? And 9 times out of 10, if it's for you and you say, okay, let me go, you're startling me, let me go, it will let you go, but you will still feel the presence. In my head, I was so scared, because I was like, I don't want you to leave me. Something in me was saying, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. And I was talking to whatever, I want to say angel, my spirit guide, whatever, and I was just saying, don't leave me. How will I remember that this happened? How will I know that this is real? Don't leave me. I have more questions. I need your help on a daily basis. Don't leave me. And in my head, because my ears had been cleared out by Archangel Jophiel, I don't know how, but my head felt hollow, and I felt like I could just hear my intuition, my voice, whatever you want to call it. I could hear it clear, and it said, Nija, I am always here. What do you mean, don't leave me? I'm always here. And oh man, this is crazy. I was like, okay, well, how can I get to you? How can I get to you again? Because I know every single time Archangel Jophiel cannot come in my ear, sing to me, and then open up the clouds for me. You know, it's not gonna happen like that every time. And I just heard, Nija, I'm always here. You can get to me. I'm right here. It's okay. And I was like panicking, because I was like, I don't want you to leave me. I have more questions. I need you on a daily basis. I feel like I can finally hear you, what's going on. And when it said, I'm always here, you can always reach me, I felt calm, like, okay, just relax, just relax. It's okay. There's a little bit more to the story, and I'm gonna see if I can just like string it in there. So after we had made it back to our destination, my boyfriend and we were just chilling in his room. And something was telling me, you need to be alone, you need to have some quiet time, you need to be in this space, you can't hear me when you're with him, you just need to hear me. And I was kind of scared, because I was like, okay, we've already established that this is for my highest and greatest good. It's not trying to harm me. When I said let me go, it let me go. So I don't have to feel afraid, but at the same time, I'm like, this is some real like paranormal ish that I'm working with right now. Like, I don't want to be by myself. I feel like I'm kind of scared. So anyway, I was just getting the sign, no, it's okay, no, it's okay, you're gonna be fine. You just need to be in your quiet space. You need to be in a quiet space so you can hear me. And it was really telling me, you need to get up, you need to get up, you need to get up, because I'm laying in bed with my boyfriend and we're just laying down, and it's like, you need to get up, you need to get up, you need to get up. And so my boyfriend's arm was around me, because we're like cuddling in bed and I'm laying on him, and his arm was around me on my back. And suddenly it feels like the spot where he's touching me goes numb, and he just is rubbing my back, and it feels like it's not him, and I jolt up and I'm like, whoo, okay, I hear you, I'm going. And I said that. And my boyfriend literally looked at me like, what are you talking about? Who are you talking to? So I really wanted to call my boyfriend now on this video, because I haven't explained to him that I had this experience, and I didn't, because I didn't know if he would believe me or not. Frankly, I'm not concerned if he will believe me or not, but I just want his input on that night, and I want to ask him if he realized or recognized if anything weird was going on, if anything weird was happening to me, if I was acting funny, anything. So I'm gonna call him real quick and we're gonna see what he has to say about all this, okay? All right, I'm calling my boyfriend now.
Hello.
Hi, babe.
Hi, my love.
Babe, I'm making a video right now, so I'm recording, but I have some questions to ask you, okay?
Oh, you're recording? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is kind of random, but I'm recording a Storytime video, and it was from the other day on the 13th. You and I were hanging out, and I felt like I heard an angel.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Okay, so, this is so crazy, and guys, I never really talk about stuff like this with my boyfriend, like angels and stuff like that. So this is gonna be new to both of us, right, babe?
Right.
Okay. So the other night, you remember we were driving around in the car, and we were listening to reggae music. It was that night, right?
Yes.
And and do you remember when we were in the car and I was like, just kept saying, oh wow, the sky is so beautiful, and then I was like, we were listening to this one reggae song and I asked you, hey babe, what is the song? Okay, so while I was listening to this song, and I didn't tell you, but do you remember when I jolted, like I jumped up? You do remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so, okay, when that happened, I felt like I heard an angel singing.
Oh, Lord.
I know. To this song, to the song that we were listening to. Can you, if you remember, can you just like, what do you remember happening, like when I jumped up? Or do you just remember me jumping?
Nah, I mean, I remember you jumped up. I looked over, make sure you were all good. I didn't know what happened. But you were just kind of staring off into space, like something had your attention. And I was like, Nija, are you good? And you didn't answer. And I was like, yo, Nija, you straight? And then you like snapped back into it, and you came back and you were like, hi babe.
Yes.
I was like, you alright? Like,
yeah.
Were you possessed by the angel?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Was he telling you something and you had to pay attention? What was going on?
Okay, so that's exactly what happened, babe. I was just like, I was trying to be quiet because I heard during that song, and the song that you had sent me, it was the song called What It Named by Israel Vibration. It had nothing to do with the song in particular, but I just feel really calm when I listen to reggae music, I guess.
Yeah.
And I thought I heard during one of the high-pitched, like, I think it was a flute, I really don't know, but I thought I heard an angel singing along to that one particular part, and when I got really quiet and was staring off into space, I was trying to see if I heard anything else, and so that's why that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that. I mean,
what?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, you looked a little stunned and like you were really trying to figure out what the heck was going on, and I'm like, yo, all we're doing is driving, nothing's really going on.
Right. Oh my goodness, babe, thank you so much.
Take him back.
Okay.
Take him back.
I have one more question. Well, I have two more questions. Remember when we were driving around and then what happened? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, and I was saying I felt like weak, like I was starting to mumble.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I feel faint. I was like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so I don't know what was happening then, but I was like, I don't know why, like I felt like my chest was heavy. Do you remember me saying that?
Yes.
And I felt like kind of woozy or whatever, and then like it went away. Okay, my last thing that I wanted to ask you about is, remember when we were back at your house after we were driving around and we were laying on your bed? Just tell me in your own words what happened at that point.
I'm pretty sure I was just sitting here when we were watching TV, right?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we were watching TV, and I'm sitting here chilling, you're sitting here chilling, and all of a sudden you just kind of sat up, looked around the room real quick. You were like, you said, okay, I hear you. Like somebody was talking to you, but there wasn't nobody talking to you. So I'm sitting there like, dang, shorty crazy. My girlfriend's going crazy over here. I do. And yeah. I mean, it looked a little like scary at first, but once I knew you were okay, I mean, I wanted to know what was going on. So still a little.
I know.
Still a little wondrous about that.
Yeah, me too. Okay, well, anyway, I was just making a story time, and in my story, I was like explaining how you were in the car with me, and I just wanted to like get your input on what had happened.
Oh yeah, I was a witness. I was there in person, and I can tell you that the first thing, when you heard the angel in the song, that was kind of weird. But then I was like, you know, I kind of understand that. It was a high pitched part of the song. So,
right.
I mean, you might have heard some craziness. Might have been some secret crazy angel trying to say what's up to you.
I don't know.
During a high pitched voice, but
I don't know, babe. I was startled and I was shook, and I was trying to piece it together. So I just made a video real quick, like a story time, like just sharing my experience.
I got you. Now put it all together. See what comes out.
I'm like just trying to get more information. I don't know. But yeah, that's what that was about. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I know. Okay, well now that you know that your girlfriend's a weirdo. Tommy and I never have conversations like this, you guys, so this is probably new to him as well. I never hear angels, so this is new to me as well. But anyway, okay, thank you, babe. I love you. I will see you in just a little bit. I'm gonna finish recording.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, baby.
Okay, guys. Heard it from my man. Okay? Some fish is going on. So anyway, I'm really happy that he remembered that, because I was gonna call him and be crazy, but I know he remembered because he knows when I'm not acting myself, and he can like kind of pick up like, okay, Nija, what's going on? You're staring off into space. What you doing? Anyway, alright you guys, that is the end of my video. I really would love to know what you guys think about this. Please comment it down below. Do you think I really heard an angel? Is this story completely BS? Did I make this up? Have you had any similar experiences to the one that I have had? Tell me about maybe your experience where you thought you were contacting with God or an angel or spirit guides or spirit animal, whatever it could be. Please let me know so I do not feel crazy, because right now I'm just like, what the heck did I just hear? I don't know. But anyway, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this story time and you want to hear more story times, because I have a few more stories that I can share. And definitely subscribe if you're new to my channel and you think that this story was interesting and you want to know what else I have to say. I make lifestyle, fashion, and beauty videos, and I travel often, so definitely subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching my video and for not judging me and for watching it all the way through if you did. You guys are amazing, and I'm happy to share my story with you. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.